Hello everyone, welcome to this series of Selenium Python learning videos. Today's topic is basic data types in Python. Let us have a quick look at what we are going to cover with this video. What is variable, how to declare variable without data type. Variable values can be changed to other values. Variable values can be changed to another data type. These two topics are different. How inside memory variables works in Python, specifically when we change the value of the variable to other data type, and earlier it was one data type. After that, we are going to learn some basic naming conventions for variable naming in Python. And after that, we will learn how to assign the multiple values to the variables. So let us go to the PyCharm. Let us create one basic package so that we can keep the relevant Python files under the same. Let me name it as pkg5. Now this is a fifth package. Under it, I'm going to create new Python file. It's a data type demo 1. Okay. So in case we need another, we can create it as well. So this is data type 1. So in Java, what we used to do, we used to declare a variable with like keyword int I equal to, let's say, 10. So this was a variable declaration. This was the data type, this was the name of the variable, and this was the value of the variable. But in Python, this is very interesting. We don't need to give the value to the variable. Means we don't need to mention the data type here. So declare variable without data type. So here this hash means I'm adding a comment to the Python code, which will not be considered for the execution. Now, when this line of code is getting executed, let us learn what will happen. Okay, so in the memory, one reserved memory location is allocated. Reserve means you can change the value of from this reserved location. So the name of the memory is now I, and this value is 10. So as soon as you will execute this program, this 10 value will go here. Okay, so let me run it. So when we run it, we all can see. Let me run it again. Let me dock it here. Just a moment. Give me some time. Mouse is not working. Just So let us resume. There was some problem with settings to set this terminal here. So when you declare this variable, the name of the memory location is I and the value is 10. Okay, so as soon as you run this, let me run it. So nothing is getting printed here as output. Why? Because we are not asking to print the value from this memory location. So if we want to access this value, we cannot access it directly. We have to access it through its name. So if we want a value, we have to give the name. So when you give the name, and when this line will get executed, this will access the value from this memory location, which is titled as I. So we can see here value 10 is printed. Now we can change the value of the variable. Let's say I equal to 20. Now again, if I'll run it, so you can see after this line of code is getting executed, when this line of code is executed, 10 value will be sent to this memory location. Now it is invoked from that memory location and is printed over here. But when you send the new value to the memory, so this value will go here, and this value will get erased and a new value will be saved at that location, and that is 20. So if you want to access this 20 again, it has not been printed here. I have to use again a print statement. So let me access it again with the help of title of the memory location. Now you can see 20 value is assigned here. So this value is integer, this value is integer. But in Python, this is very interesting. We can give the another value of another data type to the same variable. Okay, so how this is possible? So let's say 10.50. Now this is again a float data type. Okay, so let me run it and see what value it is printing. So if I say print I, and if I'll run it again, so it has allowed me to change the value as 10.5. Now if I want to change it to string, let's say Selenium or Python. Okay, so if I again print it, this Selenium Python value will get printed over here. So we can see here. But in this case, there is a difference, guys. Please note it. This print I, when we printed I, it has printed 10 and we changed the value 20, but it has sent to the same memory location. When this data type and this data type was integer, then same memory location is getting used. But as soon as we change the data type here with the different data type, then every time new memory location will get created. Okay, so here you can see 10.50 is a new memory location and Selenium Python is a new memory location. So this is called as a integer pool, this is called as a float pool, and this is called as a string pool. So this is how it works in terms of memory. So this is how variables will work. Now we are going to learn the next thing and important thing, that we can save the values to the multiple variables like the x dot y x. Instead of this, let us learn first. Let's say x equal to 100. Now if I say y equal to 100, what will happen? Sometimes in the interview question you will get the questions like this. So y equal to x. Now what will happen? In this case, a memory location will be created and value of x will be 100. Now, as soon as your value is 100 and you write the next line and next line of code is getting executed, a new variable will point to the same memory location. So in this case, it will not create the new memory location. No new memory for this y. Now how to check it? Okay, there is a very interesting way to check it. Let's say we'll print every memory location or variable will be having a ID. So let's print the ID of x and let's print the identification code of y. So what is this called as a identification code of x, and this is identification code of y. Now let me run through it and let's see what it is printing. So we have executed this program. Now see here. So both the identification codes are same. So this indicates that both are pointing to the same memory location. Now we can assign the values. Let me clear out this. Now we can assign the values like this: x equal to y equal to z equal to 200. Now when you print together all of these values x comma y comma z, so you can assign the value like this as well. So when I run it, you can see this is 200, this is 200, this is 200. Okay, now you can assign the values like this: x comma y comma z equal to 10, 60.60, and let's say Selenium Python. Now, if you want to print these values again, you can see here these values would have been changed like this. So 10 60.60 is a value of y, and Selenium Python is a value of z. So this is how it will work. So this is very interesting. So what we have learned here, like we can go back and see what is a variable. We can change the value of the variable, how to declare the variable without data type, that we have learned. Variable value can be changed to other value, means integer value. Let's say initial value is integer, the next value, another integer value can be there. Here, if we change the data type, let's say initially it was integer, but again we change to string, then that is also allowed in Python, and that is a very interesting feature. After that, we have learned how the memory is allocated. Then after we learned the multiple value assignments to the variable. Now, important topic, let us learn the naming convention. So all the naming conventions are same, but let's say we should not use the existing keywords which are in Python to declare the variable. We should avoid the spaces, and we should always start the variables with the small letter. And we should, if the names are very lengthy, for example, account number. Okay, so we should always try to have the first letter small and the subsequent as capital. But in this case, we should use this underscore equal to 10. So this way we should use it. Now let us print this account. I'm sorry, this is print. Let's print this account number. So I'll just save it and I'll just print it. So this is a standard naming convention. Again, some people will say this is not right, that's not right, but I think this is the right naming convention. But don't use the keywords like which are already used for other Python coding. So don't use these keywords here or the symbols here. So predefined keywords should not be used to declare the variable names. So that's the protocol we need to follow. So this is all we have learned with this video, second video series. If you have any questions, please reach out to saakolkar@gmail.com. If you have any question, just add a comment over the video, and just don't forget to subscribe this channel. Thank you.